Hey guys, Tom here with finally, after probably 4 or 5 months, a layout update. Yes, I know, it's been forever, but end of school and everything, beginning of summer, hanging out with friends, etc., has taken up my life. But finally, I decided to make a layout update video. As you can see, everything is super messy. Floor, everything's really messy. There's giant buildings on the tracks, but anyways, I'm gonna get to all of that. So I'm gonna try and make this video as like compact, I guess you could say, as possible, just so you get the most out of it. So let's start it off by looking at some new engines. Alright, so we'll start off with the Suline GP40. I believe it's a straight GP40, but anyways, it is SU number 4648, and it is a model that I'm making for a friend. He's gonna buy it off of me, and I've just been basing it off prototype pictures from 2008, because after that it actually got in a huge wreck on the CP line somewhere. It like fell off the side of a mountain or something weird like that. But I've been recreating it in model form. So as you can probably see, it has fully operating custom ditch lights, which is pretty cool. The bottom light on the top housing broke off, or not broke off, but it burnt out. And if this thing would focus when it's closer, there's a flashing details west beacon. Now what it did, you probably know on the backs of some of my cars, not this one, but I have little end-of-train devices, those little flashing things. Now what I did was hook that up to a amber LED light and put it inside the details west housing so that it flashes like a normal beacon. And if you see here, I take it off the tracks and it's still working. Reason that is because inside the shell is a single AA battery in a AA battery housing, and it's powered by these two switches, L for lights, B for beacon. Turn this off, lights go off, and then turn this off and your beacon goes off. So it's pretty cool. I'm making it for my friend who is Skyhawk Ace 123. His channel will be in the description and the bottom of this video. So go check him out. Pretty soon he will be getting this model, and hopefully he's pretty happy of it. I know you can't really see it here, but the trucks came out really nice on this. See with the fuel tank on there. They came out super good. In real life they look a lot better. The speed recorder and the horn in the correct spot. There we go. Lift rings. The reason those are all painted weird like that is because that's how it looks in real life. These bottom guys right here were based off of a Candy Apple Suline engine. It's like all red with white lettering or whatever. Original one, the top of that had a black housing. I forget off of what. But yeah, a bunch of stuff on here. Cut off the top of the dynamic brake housing. Styrene over that. Go look at the prototype pictures on like realpicturearchives.net or whatever. And you can see that this thing is just about exactly to the prototype. I've taken a lot of time in making this thing. Custom painted too, with the fading Suline decals or whatever. So anyways, that was enough on this engine, let's continue. I'm not too sure if I did a video on this already, but I weathered up that chassis, or I think it was B&O actually, I forgot. But it was whatever engine, 9010, I actually did think it was B&O. Anyways, I patched it up and I weathered it. This weathering took about 30 minutes total, including the patching, so it took super quick, but the results were excellent. It has the powders on it and everything, and it came out super nice. This is not based off of any real prototype. What I'm basing it off of in my head is kind of like a short line kind of thing. Got a random engine from Chessie when they're going out of business, and patched it up kind of bad, and they made it into their own. I'm gonna put a custom patch on top of there, white lettering, whatever it's gonna be. It's got the DCC board inside of there, so it came out pretty cool. In fact, if I turn my DCC system on right here, select the engine, look at 910, an excellent runner too. Got the really bright LEDs on it and stuff. So yeah, this came out really nice. Same thing with the suit over there. And I think that's about it for engines. Also, I got the Seaboard built. Got the handles and crap on it. I'll probably do some kind of lightweighting on it later. But let's get to structures now. I'm not sure if you guys remembered this building, but it was way back there. I'm not gonna zoom it because the zoom takes forever. But it was way back there, and it was like blue and kind of grayish. But now I stripped the entire thing and found out it was actually a resin casting. I thought it was just normal plastic, but it's resin, which is pretty cool. Anyways, I'm painting it, and I stripped the rest off earlier. If I take these pieces off, you can see these are still sitting in the alcohol, getting their paint stripped off. And these are waiting for a second coat of paint. This is going to be red oxide paint. You can see right there. So this should come out pretty good. I'm going to do Al Mayo's technique of putting the grout in between the bricks. I'm going to try his technique with a spackle, I think it is. But anyways, yeah, so that should come out pretty good, detailed up and stuff. And this model will be going right here on this spur coming off of the passing siding. I think I showed the passing siding already. Anyways, the main passing siding starts there, goes around here. And there's a random siding coming off. And it's gonna go right here since it's a trucking company. There's gonna be places in the back for boxcars to be unloaded, and places in the front for trucks to be loaded, unloaded. So it's just a transfer kind of building. And now let's continue over to Allied Railway Builders. Everyone remembers this. This is like my first building kit, I think. Anyways, I'm gonna walk around here. And I have taken almost all of the walls off of this thing. And there's one more over here somewhere. I don't know exactly where it went. But yeah, there's gonna be 3 walls, all like this, like that, and like that. And what these are going to be doing is, if I walk over here, they're going to be going kind of like this, but on that siding right there. This is going to be the Advanced Metal Products siding thing. I can't say that today, I cannot talk. Anyways, yeah, these are going to be on the back of there. The cool thing is, you go back here, I made this. It's a little access hatch, and this is going to look a lot nicer later. I just kind of roughly cut it out now. Anyways, this is going to be sitting on here like this. It's going to be lined up perfectly, so when this closes, it will look like it's normal on the outside. It'll just look like that, like that. This is going to be all the way down there. This zoom takes forever on this camera. But anyways, yeah, it's going to be all the way down there. And then there's going to be one in the middle, and then one on the door itself. So that should be pretty cool. And then the Charleston Gravel Company is going to take up this entire area. It's going to be huge. I kind of started it, and here's actually a new thing, track-wise. The Charleston Gravel Company siding is entirely renovated. I have so much crap over here. Anyways, trains go through here and back up all the way over there, and it can push your stuff into either of these. It's kind of more prototypical than just backing into a siding, first of all, and second of all, it gives the operator, since I cannot talk. This is kind of a more operating-based layout than anything. It gives the operator more of a challenge to put his cars in here. So it's just kind of some fun thrown into it, and it's more prototypical. So this is all brass track, I think, but it runs excellent. Same thing with the yard, all brass track. But it works fine. The main line is standard nickel silver. But yeah, it works fine. Let's continue over to here. I'm pretty sure I showed all of this already. But there's this building. The white balance just went all crazy. But yeah, it goes right up with the track here. Little yard's about finished. Got these thrown in. Those are finished for switching track. And then little abandoned truck kind of thing. It says Creston on it. Since this is a Creston interchange yard with SP to Conrail, two Conrail main lines. I was actually thinking about making one Conrail, one Seaboard, just so I could have like a mix of power. But I might keep it both Conrail, I'm not sure. Anyways, this is gonna be completed during the summer. Gonna go all the way around here to a couple buildings or whatever, but I explained all that already. I made this recently, just kind of a little crossover kind of thing. I'll paint this middle later, make it look better. That's on wood though. These are like, actually these toothpicks I used for all that stuff. So that came out pretty good, got some ballasting on the end. This is all done, I showed that already, including the bridge. But layout wise, I think that is about it. If I missed something, it's probably not very major since I haven't done anything too major. Like I painted that mainline track there, but that's not, again, not very too major. My signal system is working well. I obviously get a bunch more signals, but if I plug in everything, as you can see, all my signals are working. I got 1, 2, that's where X's are, 3, and 4, right there. Anyways, if you like this one, controls this guy, so if you click this, it turns green. Like green. Pretty cool. For like the old Atlas things, you don't have to press it down either or whatever. I modified these so that it's like a constant DP-DT switch is what they're called, like a double pull, double throw, I'm pretty sure it is. So yeah, signal system's about done. Now let's get on to over here. As you can probably see, there is a big difference. That table is missing, and I'm going to show you where that table is. That table has moved to my bedroom. This is my bedroom. Looks kind of crazy right now because this used to be a bunk bed. Took the top off. I'm renovating my bedroom, like repainting it and stuff, and moving things around. There's all my Mount Baylor books up there. Bunch more in here. It's all trains and Mount Baylor. Pretty crazy. Anyways, this is meant for RC plane and stuff. As you can see, the props right there. That's what all this is meant for. And I was just kind of moving it from the basement because the basement I decided is trains only. And this is going to be my workspace for RC planes and helicopters and cars and stuff. So I was just going to make sure that the basement doesn't get too crowded with RC stuff since I'm kind of big into that too now. And the trains are in the basement, RC stuff upstairs again. I'm just starting this, I did it tonight. And more stuff will get moved later. But yeah, anyways, that's why this is so messy, is because I've been moving stuff around and stuff. The old table used to go right here, that's upstairs. And I have a few planes, that's a Cessna 210 Centurion, or Century, or whatever it is. It's a Hellcat, no, it's not Hellcat, that's I forget what that is, it's an old balsa kit though. On the bed here, has something to move this, is a Beechcraft Bonanza, it's called. Box. Right here. This will be on the Spaz RC channel, so you can go to that, link in the description. So you can check that out. This is all plane and stuff related. This is a random foam I made. That's called the Fun Bat. There's like a free PDF file or something. That's a little biplane I made. Everything does fly. It's just sitting up here for now until I get everything moved. But yeah, here's my workbench. Made a little holder for this. Made a little holder for my Dremel, so it doesn't keep falling. Yeah, not much else. So it's probably like a 20-minute video already. I've probably gone way too far than what I wanted to. But yeah, so that's about it for this layout update. Thanks a lot for watching. Go check out the channels in the description. Al Mayo, Mozzarella, basically everyone knows him. Skyhawk Ace 123, and Spaz RC, which is my RC related channel. Again, thanks out for watching, and hope you enjoyed it.